Okay, I'm actually trying to stop telling of so many middle school stories so that way we can have some variety on the show. Because honestly, it's just been middle school and middle school and middle school. High school! I remember high school like it was just 3 years ago. Good times. Even though I may not have been the most popular kid at school, I was maybe one of the students that cheated the most. It's not like I didn't study, it's just that sometimes I would just get so close to an A or a B that I would want to bump it up a little bit. And most of that cheating happened in world history. As all of you know, I do not like history. I like the events that happen and how they happen. What I don't like is how they test you on it. They give you a whole bunch of specific dates, and you have to remember every single person who was ever involved with a certain act, ever. So it was a bit hard for me to remember all that. Which dates go to who goes to what date. It was mind-boggling, and it still is for me, really. The day after a test, I got back my grade, and it was an 89. I was mad because it wasn't a nice round number. So this simple 89 actually took me over the edge and made me change my grade in the teacher's computer. It went down like this. One day it was lunchtime, and I decided to go to my history classroom. The teacher was there, and he asked me, "What are you doing here?" And I quickly responded, "I wanted a quiet place to study." And he shrugged it off and let me in. I pulled out my math textbook and some paper to make it look like I was working. This was the surveillance stage. I wanted to get to know what my teacher did during lunch period. If he sat in and worked, or if he went out to get food, or if he had lunch duty and had to watch kids. This stage lasted 3 weeks. And after 3 weeks, you would think that my anger of an 89 would go down. But no, it was still there. After the surveillance stage, I knew that he had lunch duty Mondays and Thursdays, and that he would stay in the rest of the week. I'd go ahead and plan my attack on a Thursday. I timed my entrance to be at the exact time when he begins to leave, so that he would let me stay in the room all by myself. Of course he doesn't suspect what I'm about to do. After I check the coast is clear, I head to his computer. Luckily, he left it logged on. I immediately start looking for the gradebook program that I noticed him using, and it was an incredibly simple program. You find the period, you find the name you want, and you can just change the grade by right-clicking on it. It was incredibly easier than I thought. I scanned for my 89 and quickly give it that bump up to a 90. I save the document, close the program, and fly to my seat and begin to actually do math homework. I felt great, like I was some sort of secret agent who just successfully completed the mission without a single flaw. But doing this caused me to get cocky. Pretty soon I stopped caring about the class entirely. I began to get lower grades, and I just figured I would change the grade later, which I did end up doing. I would get C's on homework and lower C's on tests. But I would just go into the computer and give myself some extra points. But of course I didn't go crazy on the points. I figured the teacher would notice if my C changed into an A all of a sudden. I gave myself a few points to an assignment every week. 2 points on Monday, 2 points on a Thursday, and slowly, my C would change into a B, and then later an A. Come to think of it, this entire endeavor started with me trying to get a 90 on a test that I actually already passed. I just wanted a round number, which makes me think that I have problems. I probably do have problems. Have any of you cheated this much in a single class? If you have, leave the story below and I will read them. It would be nice to know that I'm not the only one who cheats this much. Later, guys.